They say the ocean remembers everything. Wrecks, storms, prayers whispered to waves, even grief, especially grief. On the eastern edge of Timor-Leste, cliffs fall into restless waters. There, between mangroves and black volcanic rock, a lone figure once waited. A woman, unnamed in most tellings, but remembered in stone. She loved a fisherman, strong, ambitious, always chasing horizons. When he promised he'd return with riches from the sea, she believed him. She waited at the place where he launched his canoe. Days bled into nights, nights into seasons. The villagers pitied her at first. They left food at her side. Some tried to coax her home, but she would only shake her head. He will come, he promised. Have you ever held on to the promise long after others stopped believing? Her grief deepened. The sea winds carved hollow in her cheeks. The sun baked her skin into a hard bronze. Still, she waited. The waves broke around her ankles until even the tide seemed to mock her devotion. And then, one morning, she was no longer flesh. The villagers found her body stiff and gray, arms outstretched towards the horizon. The woman had turned into stone. To this day, they point to the jagged rock that juts from the surf and say, "There she is, the woman who became stone." But legends never end simply. Her waiting was only the beginning. Not everyone agrees on what truly happened. Some whisper it was no miracle of sorrow, but a curse. They say the sea is alive. It listens. It punishes. The fisherman had broken a vow. Some tellings say he swore loyalty before the ancestors. Others that he betrayed her with another woman across the water. Either way, his departure left more than heartbreak. It left imbalance. The sea, offended by betrayal, claimed the woman as its own. Slowly it pulled the warmth from her bones, calcified her tears into salt. The change was not instant. Witnesses spoke of her skin paling like limestone, her hair bleaching white as coral. For weeks she stood, rigid, until she was indistinguishable from the rocks around her. And when she became stone, the sea claimed something more. Fishermen tell of storms rising suddenly near that shore. Canoes smashed against the unseen reefs, nets torn, fish driven away, always near the stone, always near her. Would you dare sail past her, knowing the ocean itself might rise against you? Mothers warned their children, do not linger by the woman who waits. Do not mock her, do not pity her. The sea still feeds her sorrow, and she is hungry for company. Some swore they saw her move, just slightly, a hand trembling, eyes narrowing, and if she still searched the horizon for her lost love, as if she still believed he would come. And what of him, the fisherman? In every version, he never returns, his canoe lost, his bones swallowed by the current. Some say the sea kept him, fed him to the woman in fragments of driftwood, bones, the scattered relics of his voyage. So the legend is not about him, it is about what grief can do to a woman, to a village, to the sea itself. If you travel to Timor-Leste today, you will find her. The stone stands weathered, half buried in surf, a shape both natural and uncanny. The locals still point to it, still tell the story. Tourists sometimes climb it, but elders warn against it. Do not sit on her shoulders. Do not stand at her feet. She is not a rock. She is a woman. At night, they say the waves change their tone near her, softer, almost like a voice calling. Some swear they hear weeping mixed with the tide. Others claim that when the moon is full, her shadow is not jagged stone, but a woman kneeling, hands clutching the sea. What lingers is not just sorrow, but a lesson. Love broken becomes grief. Grief hardened becomes legend, and legends do not fade. Would you wait so long that even the earth remembers your patience? Perhaps she waits still, not for her fisherman, long since devoured by the ocean, but for any soul willing to stand beside her in eternal silence. The villagers leave flowers sometimes, shells, offerings to soothe her spirit, but the sea always takes them, as if jealous, as if hungry. So the rock remains, the woman remains, and those who pass cannot help but ask, would you have waited so long? Would you have turned to stone?